It's interesting that you talk about sustainability because I think while everyone is good intentioned about wanting to move forward on that, there are many aspects of it which are complex. It requires change within the organization. It also requires perhaps to sort of work with external stakeholders, but there's a cost involved as well when we talk about the green transition. What's been the biggest lesson and the biggest learning for you as IKEA, as you've made this transition towards circularity, etc.? What is it that you would like to share as your learnings with other companies?
Thank you for that question. I think having been part of IKEA since 95, if I would pick only one learning that I have in IKEA, it is truly that I'm deeply convinced over these years and the proof points that it is good business to be a good business. It started for me in actually South Asia, with implementing the strictest code of conduct that I think still exists today on production for people and for environment. At that time, I still remember as a junior in the company, the hesitations, the fear of cost, which is always there, only to find out as we implemented it that our code of conduct drove improved quality. As we improved quality, it actually lowered cost. It improved motivation for people. And as it improved motivation for people, you had retention, you had less cost of change, you had improved quality across the whole span. And I believe as a fundamental principle for the future, we need to believe that being good for people and planet is also going to be good for business. If you think about the opposite, exploitation of nature, exploitation of people, is obviously, for some business model could be maybe possible in the short term. But except for the ethical perspective, that's a dead end. By being in harmony with nature and being in harmony with people, we think we can actually prosper and grow. And as such, we see in IKEA today as one of the coolest things I think we have achieved the last decades is since Paris Agreement, we actually have grown our business with almost 31%, 30.9%. At the same time, we have decoupled carbon by 24.3% absolute. So there you have one of the strongest proof points in the world that not only IKEA stores, but from the forest to the consumer, we're actually capable to decarbonize ourselves. And it's not been done adding cost or prices. We are growing. So it seems, decarbonization is economically the smart thing to do. And having said that, obviously there are some hurdles, there are some pain points, there are some places where we need to go and speak to the governments, the government of India, to say we need your help to together change the infrastructure for the future. And here I believe we are also quite optimistic because both governments and companies, big companies now, have understood that climate change is not something we can pass on to the next generation. It's us and it's now.